You know, I've really liked the Oxford Wool Sakasa Kabari that I learned from Tom Davis. It's a great fly. Size 10 with a big old partridge hackle on it. Had a lot of success with it last year. This year I want to do a mini one in a size 16 and trail that behind it and see how it does. And I've got these new quail feathers from Moonlit that up in the neck area has some great feathers in small sizes that you can use for that. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got the ML 211 hook in a size 16. I'm using SFly Classic Wax Thread in 6/0 thread. I'm going to use this to build up a nice red head on this Oxford Wool Kabari. Alright, we're going to whip finish that off. We're going to change colors to black. And I'm going to use a 12/0 Classic Wax Thread from SFly. The reason I go so thin on this one is so I can tie in or whip finish at the end behind the thorax, and you won't notice as much because it's so thin. I'm going to tie that a ways down the shank of the hook. Then I'm gonna tie in some wire. I'm using 0.2 millimeter copper wire from SFly. Then I'm going to take some Oxford wool yarn. This yarn's a 2-ply yarn, so I split it and just take one strand because 2 would be way too thick. Tie that in. Then I'm just going to do a really quick whip finish just to seal this thread in, so when I tie the materials in after wrapping, it'll be nice and snug. So I'm going to take this yarn and I'm going to twist it just a little bit so the fibers kind of end together, and wrap it up the body. Sometimes you got to retwist it as you're wrapping. Then we're going to take that copper wire and I'm going to wrap it the opposite direction. Then we're just going to break that off. Then we're going to take one of the feathers from the neck of the quail. Strip the fuzz off on the stem. I like to tie in from the stem of the hackle with these feathers. You can do the tip if you want. Secure that in. Let's wrap that up. I found that this quail hackle wraps very nicely for such a small, soft hackle. Don't have as many problems with it like I do on starling or other small hackle like that. I'm just going to kind of brush that out before I add a little bit of Vacuna Black Peacock Dubbing. Probably one of my favorite dubbings there is. This can be our thorax. It's not going to take very much. And then I'm going to whip finish in just behind that dubbing thorax. Trim up just a couple of things that there, but there you go. Again, there for the comparison size. Can't wait to give this a try. Like I said, I'm going to trail it behind my Oxford Wool Kabari, the size 10, and see if this little one rocks it this summer. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you give them a try. And also give our quail a try.